Hello, this is Mr. Molo on lesson 10.4, triangles. And there's some vocab we need to go over before we start this lesson. So a triangle is a polygon that has three sides and three angles, and then they measure 180 degrees. Congruent segments that means when the segments are exactly the same measurement. Acute angle we talked about a few sections ago. So acute means less than 90 degrees. So if you have a triangle that has three angles that are less than 90 degrees. A right triangle means it has to have a measurement, or at least one of the measurements has to be 90 degrees. An obtuse triangle, that means one of the sides at least has to be more than 90 degrees. And then these are the three new ones for today. So a scalene triangle is a triangle that has no congruent sides, so none of the angles are going to be different, or are going to be the same. Isosceles has two angles that are the same, so like a 70, 70, 40. And then equilateral triangle has all of them that are the same, so like a 60, 60, 60. Alright, so if they give us something like this, we know that a triangle measures up to 180 degrees. So here, if I was figuring this out, I would say 180 minus 90 minus 45 means that my missing angle here is 45 degrees. This one, same thing, it's an obtuse triangle because I have one side that's more than 100, or one angle that's more than 90 degrees, so I would still do 180 minus 119 minus 43. That would tell me that this side is 18 degrees. And if we're looking at all of them by their sides, so here's an equilateral triangle, and we have these dash marks to signify that all three angles are the same. So you're really going to trust these dash marks more than the picture. So you might say, Mr. Molo, these sides don't look like they're the same length. Just because it has these dash marks, that means we're going to trust it. Even though this bottom side probably looks a little bigger to me, because it has the three dash marks, that means we know that these two sides are the same length. Kind of the same thing with this isosceles triangle. We're going to know that since these two have a dash mark, that means they're going to be the same length. And on a scalene triangle, we don't see any dash marks, so we know they have no sides that are equal. Classifying them, so a right angle, so this is a triangle and it has a right angle right here, which I know that this means that this angle is exactly 90 degrees. An acute triangle, so it has a triangle with three acute angles, so all three of these angles have to be less than 90 degrees. And then an obtuse angle, so one angle, it's going to be this angle right here, is more than 180 degrees. There's more than 90 degrees. Alright, so if we're looking at this, trying to figure out which angle is which. So this is going to be a right angle. It has 90 degree measurement right there. This is going to be an obtuse angle. It has one angle that's more than 90 degrees. This is going to be an acute angle. All three angles are going to measure less than 90 degrees. Sorry, there's a little bit of a lag there. This one's going to be another right angle. It has an angle that measures exactly 90 degrees. You can go over there. Here's an obtuse angle. There's another one that has more than 90 degrees. And then these last three are all going to be acute angles. All of them have measurements that are less than 90 degrees. And there's the last one. And that is all you need to know for this lesson.